Hey everyone, welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. My name is Leonette and I'm so glad that you are here. This channel is fully dedicated to crafting, DIY, home decor, and flips. If you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you like what you see and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, thank you so much for being here. If you can see, this is my second hat and my merch. It is available in my Etsy shop, so check it out if you want to get one. There are limited amount of supplies of them right now, so make sure that if you want one, you go and get it. It is linked down below in the description box. Let's not wait any longer. Let's get crafting. I just recently posted another ornament video where I also use 6 of these wooden rounds that I get on Amazon, and I do have them on my Amazon store, which is linked down below. If you are looking for some, they're actually really good quality and they're not expensive. So check it out. It is linked down below. Anyways, so I posted a video recently where I made 6 of these ornaments. Well, I made 10, but 6 of them were using these wood rounds, and I used Pinterest inspired wood round signs to make little mini ones as ornaments. Now for today, we're not doing any Pinterest inspired round ornaments, but in a little bit I have 2 that are Pinterest inspired, so stay tuned for that. For this first round wooden ornament, I am going to paint it white and then hot glue a piece of drop cloth in the center, making sure that the top and bottom are frayed. I am then going to take this snowflake stencil and stencil it using Rust-Oleum chalk pen in the country gray and a makeup sponge. And as you can see, I make sure that I stencil it towards the right side of the drop cloth. I am then going to take some jute twine and just thread it through the little hole, tie it in the knot close to the wood round, and then tie it again on top, and that's where we're going to hang the ornament from. Now it's time to start adding some embellishments. I'm just going to take some of these greeneries from these greenery pick that I got on Amazon. I also have on my Amazon store, so check it out if you would like to see it. I'm going to hot glue 2 small pieces right underneath the jute twine, and then I'm going to add some of these brown berries that I recently got at Dollar Tree. They were part of their fall collection, but I thought for this neutral ornament, I thought it would be perfect. And then I'm going to add a little tiny jingle bell right to the right side of the berries. At the end, when I'm done with all 6 wood rounds, I am going to show you what they all look like together. So we're going to move along to this next ornament, and I'm going to take craft paper from Hobby Lobby, a stencil from Dollar Tree, I believe it was. This time we're going to use a little Christmas tree. We're going to trace it. I did trace an ornament or the wood round on the craft paper. That way I knew exactly where to place the tree. Now I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to trace the little tree and then poke it out. And now we have a little opening of a Christmas tree. Now I'm going to cut all along the line of the circle, and then it's time to start working on the wood round. I'm just going to add a little bit of that country gray chalk paint by Rust-Oleum right in the center. That way you'll be able to see it through the little Christmas tree cutout. And I'm going to Mod Podge the craft paper right on top of the wood round. I am going to take my crocodile and I am going to make a hole so that we can hang the ornament from. I do have my crocodile also on my Amazon store. I seriously have all kinds of stuff on my Amazon store. If you want to check it out, I highly recommend it. So now I'm going to take a couple of these tiny little brown leaves. This is from a pick that I recently got at Target Dollar Spot. I'm just going to grab 2 small leaves and we're going to hot glue them right there in between the jute twine. And then we're going to grab some of these golden tone glittery berries from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to hot glue it right on top of that. I still felt like something was needed, so I am going to add one of these little foam red balls from the Dollar Tree, and I ended up adding 2 of them. You don't see it, but I ended up adding a smaller one right underneath. I'm going to now sand the edge of the wood round. That way it's going to be nice and smooth. Again, I'm going to show you that one along with all the other 5 here at the end. Now I'm going to take my 3rd wood round and I am going to start using this Arteza marker. It's like an acrylic marker, and I'm just going to start coloring one thick line right in the center. We're going to make a little Santa, a little neutral color Santa. So the face portion is going to be that pinkish color. Now I'm going to take more of that drop cloth and I am going to not tape it, but hot glue it towards the top and then wrap it around to the back. This is going to be the little hat. Now we are going to just, after it's hot glued, kind of maneuver it, just folding it, cutting things as needed so that we can have a little Santa hat tilted to one side. And you're going to see it here as I fold. You're just going to have to work with it. If you're just redoing one of these at home, just keep working with it until you get what you want. And of course, hot gluing as you need, because Lord knows we need that hot glue. Once I had it where I wanted, I'm just going to hot glue it to the side of the wood round. And then I wanted to add a little bit of a puff ball. So I'm going to take a little corner from the dusting mop from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to hot glue it right at the end of the Santa hat. If you remember on my last video of ornament, we did something similar with a snowman. So it's similar to that. I'm going to cut a longer piece of the dusting mop from Dollar Tree. I'm going to trim it, make it pretty, clean it up. This is kind of messy to work with, so you just have to be patient, but it does look really pretty when it's all said and done. I'm going to hot glue it right on top there. That way we can have like the little fuzzy part of a Santa hat. And again, I'm just trimming it as needed so it looks clean and trimmed. Now I'm going to take some of this leftover, it's like a faux kind of fur white, and it came with a Christmas tree skirt that I got at Dollar General last year, and I thought it would be perfect for his beard. So I'd hot glue the bottom portion of it, and now I'm going to trim it in the shape of a beard. There's no right or wrong way. You do what you want with it. Now I'm going to hot glue a little half bead right in the center. That way it looks like his nose. To finish it off, we're going to hot glue some more of that greenery pick, and then we're going to add a tiny bell right where the greenery pick ends. And then we're going to add some jute twine to the back, tie it and hot glue it, and that way we can hang the little Santa ornament from. And that's it for this one. So stinking cute. And again, I'm going to show you what it looks like after we're done with all 6 wood rounds. I'm going to take another wood round, and now we are going to use this burlap fabric that I got a long time ago at Walmart. I say it was about 3 years ago, and I am going to hot glue it right onto the wood round. I made sure that I picked a place where I still had one of the belief, right, kind of like center, not center, but like towards the top, and then you still see some of the other beliefs just a little bit. Then I am going to cut off the excess burlap to make sure that it is trimmed and neat. And of course, we're going to use the crocodile to make another hole. Now this time I actually did a hole in the wrong place, so I had to make another one. Thank goodness that it actually going to be covered with some embellishments, but for a minute I panicked. This small greenery pick I also have in my Amazon store. I did cut off the little portion at the end, and then I am going to hot glue it to the top, and then a different kind of greenery pick to the other side, just to change it up a little bit. I'm going to take some of this ticking stripe gray and white ribbon. I'm going to cut off about 1/3 of it, and I'm going to make a very simple bow and then tie it in the center with another piece of the same ribbon and hot glue it in the center of the greenery. I did fluff it a little bit to make sure it looked okay. And then I'm going to add a little tiny bell right in the center. This one's going to be very simple, but I love simplicity. And again, I'll show you that here in a minute. For this next wood round, I'm going to take another wood round, and we are going to hot glue it to leftover dusting mop from the Dollar Tree. We're also going to be painting one of these snowflakes. It's an ornament snowflake from Dollar Tree, and I am going to paint it using the same Country Gray by Rust-Oleum, just one pretty light coat. It didn't need much because I didn't mind if it looked a little bit distressed. Now I'm going to cut off the edges or the remaining dusting mop from the edges to make sure it looks nice and clean. I ended up painting the back of the snowflake white because for some reason the yellowish tone of the wood was reflecting off of the white, and it just looked too yellowish for me. So I painted it white, and that fixed it. Now I'm going to hot glue more of that jute string right to the back, and that way we can hang it. I am going to take some of this striped red and white ribbon from I believe this is Dollar General. I'm going to make a simple bow, and we are going to hot glue it right on top of the ornament, keeping it simple but very, very sweet. For the next wood round, we are going to paint it all white using Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the linen white, and then of course letting it fully dry. We are then going to take the crocodile and make another hole and put some jute string around it and tie it. Now I'm going to take one of these small little wood wreaths that you can find at Hobby Lobby. I got this one at Hobby Lobby, but you can find them anywhere. We're going to hot glue one right in the center of the wood round. Now we're going to take some of these leftover greenery picks. Have you noticed that we've been using the same greenery pick? That's how awesome it is to make your own ornaments. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can reuse the same items and just make them look a little bit different by using different items. We're going to use some more of those little tiny brown berries. One of them was cut off in half, so you still see a lot of the white. So I'm just going to hot glue another berry on top and cover it up. Now I'm going to place some more, or one more of these little bells right in the center. And look how cute these look. I'm going to say that again. Not just cute. Beautiful. I love these ornaments. I love the way they turned out. They're festive, neutral, and just beautiful. And by the way, they are going to be on my Etsy store, and only this set, so make sure to grab it if you would like. The next two Christmas ornaments are going to be oversized, and they are inspired by Pinterest. In a little bit here, I'm going to show you what the inspiration looks like, and it'll be on the left bottom corner of your screen. I'm going to take this 1x6 that I cut in 12 inches, and I am going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. And then I'm going to freehand the phrase fa la 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 la, like the song. There you have the inspiration from Pinterest. I am using Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the Farmhouse Red, and then for the la la la, it's going to be a permanent marker. I was so nervous doing this freehand, but I thought, let me push myself and let me try it, and I actually turned out pretty well. I was very happy. I'm using a regular brush, nothing fancy. And then, like I said, the la 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 is going to be with a permanent marker from the Dollar Tree. Then I am going to distress everything to give it a farmhouse style look. And I love the way this turned out. I know it looks like a sign, which it could be. It could totally be used as a sign. But it's going to be nestled right in between all my branches on my Christmas tree. And I cannot wait to show you what that looks like this year.
The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas.
For the next oversized ornament, we are going to do another Pinterest inspired, same size board, because I wanted them to look, similar in size. This time I'm going to paint using the Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the Farmhouse Red, and then we're going to let it fully dry. I did use my Cricut for the next design, which says Noel, and you can see it right there in the left hand corner that the inspiration looked like from Pinterest. I'm going to apply the stencil, and then I'm going to stencil it using Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the linen white, and using a chalk paint brush, which are great to stencil large stencils, by the way. I love them. I do have, not this one, but I do have other chalk paint brushes on my Amazon store if you're interested in looking at them. So removing the stencil, and then we are going to once again distress it to give it a farmhouse look. And this one turned out beautiful as well. I love these oversized Christmas ornaments. I think they're just perfect for large trees. And again, this one is going to be nestled right in between all my Christmas tree branches. And I think it's going to be stunning.
And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby.
For the next Christmas ornament, I am going to take 3 of these sticks. Now, this was a large one that I get at the hardware store in a bundle of like 50. But you can certainly use painter sticks because they have the same size. So definitely you can use that. I'm going to use one of these flat dowels that I get on Amazon. And yes, I do have on my Amazon store. I am going to hot glue 3 of them on the back. We are going to make like a little sign. But again, it's going to be a large ornament, Christmas ornament. I am going to hot glue as well as staple them to the back to make sure it's secure. I want to tell you about my friend Tracy. Tracy and I are teaming up today to bring you tons of Christmas inspiration for you. I cannot wait for you to see her channel. It's filled with tons of beautiful country style decor, all DIY. So at the end of this video, I am going to have her link down below. Check it out. Now I am going to give everything one coat, one pretty heavy coat of Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the linen white, and I'm going to paint the front as well as the back.
I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on
Now I'm going to take a regular size ornament from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the little greenery. I'm going to stay with the plastic believe. I contemplated removing some of the glitter, but I'm actually glad that I didn't, because as I'm painting it here with Rust-Oleum chalk paint and the charcoal, it kind of looks like concrete. It kind of looks very textured, and I like that. Now, after it was dry, I'm going to hot glue it right in the center, and that way we'll have a little mini believe sign. We're going to take some of these garland ties from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut just a little bit off of them, and then I'm going to crisscross them, and I'm going to add some of these little frosted red berry, it's like a greenery pig from Dollar General from last year. I'm going to tie everything in the center using jute string. Now I'm going to hot glue it right to the top, right in the center. And then we are going to add a little bell right in the center of it. It's going to be a red one from the Dollar Tree to finish this one off. And I did add some jute string to the back. I contemplated hot gluing it, but I thought it would be cute and fun to just tie it from each end. And that way it just looks, I don't know, like a little hanging sign, but it's going to be a large ornament. And this one I'm also going to use on my Christmas tree this year. And I cannot wait to put it on. But look how beautiful it looks. Once again, I did add a little string to hang this one, but I may just, again, nestle it right in between all the branches, and I think it's going to look beautiful. For the next DIY, I'm going to take one of these regular sized ornaments from the Dollar Tree. This one's a little chapel. I'm going to remove the greenery from it, and I'm going to give it a fresh coat of paint. This is Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. I'm just going to give it, it's pretty rough. I'm not looking for perfection. I just want it to be brighter and just a little, looking a little newer. It was just a little too dingy for me. Now I'm going to hot glue it to this little mini wreath that I do get on Amazon. These are the 4-inch wreaths. They're grapevine wreaths. I get them on Amazon, and I do have them on my Amazon store. Check them out. And then I'm going to grab 2 of these little greenery pigs that are from 2 separate picks from Dollar Tree. I'm going to hot glue them crisscross to each other at the bottom of the chapel. I'm going to add a couple more of those little frosted berry pigs from the Dollar General, hot glue them to the center. And now we are going to add some red berries from a pig from Dollar Tree right in the center. To hang this one, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of using jute string, I'm going to take some more of that striped ribbon, and I am going to thread it through the grapevine wreath and then tie it on top. And then I'm going to kind of slide the knot to the back of the ornament so you don't see it. And that's it for this one. Isn't it beautiful? Just another example on how you can take a regular size ornament and make it bigger, make it larger, make it stand out on your Christmas tree, and make it custom. I just love using these. But this is it for today, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. It is such a pleasure being here with you every week. I hope you got inspired to create your own Christmas ornaments. And if you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. Also, don't forget to stop by Tracy's channel, which is linked down below. I am going to have 2 links here to 2 different videos. The one here is going to be the first ornament video that I did recently. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. And if you did, you can always click on this other video and you're going to love what you see. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you later. Bye.
I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with